larger than your standard utility tractor, or maybe you're really serious about your hay production and need a workhorse to run in front of that baler full time, the 6700S series tractor from Massey Ferguson might be for you. It comes in 4 available models, which is a 6714, a 6715, 16, and 18, which stands for 140, 150, 160, and 180 horsepower. This is a 6714 that we ordered in for a customer. You can get it with a couple different loader options. This customer is only going to use this to pull a baler, so we did not put a loader option on there. But it also comes in 3 transmission options. You can get a Dyna 4, which is a 16x16 semi-power shift transmission, a Dyna 6, which is what this is, which is a 24x24 speed semi-power shift transmission, or even the CVT option, which is the Dyna VT. These tractors give you just a ton of options. You can take them from simple all the way up in trim levels. So if maybe you're just baling and you don't need all the fancy electronics in the cab, that's okay. But if you're going to use this as a farming tractor, maybe you need the guidance, maybe you need the display and some of the other features, the electronic hydraulics that you can get. Maybe you need all those features, and those are an option as well. So you can take this from just a simple workhorse all the way up to a high-tech machine. With any of these tractors, you're getting a very heavy tractor that's built to last and run in the field for a long time. We're going to utilize the 4.9 liter AGCO power engine, which is turbocharged and intercooled, to produce up to like 180 horsepower and up to 140 PTO horsepower. So it's a very powerful engine that power plants this. Obviously heavy rear end, heavy front axle, and a lot of nice features in the cab. Of course, we can even custom window tint this like we did for this customer. So on this particular tractor, we outfitted this with the Dyna 6 transmission, which you can shift up here on the console or down here on the T-handle, or a third option is to actually use the throttle pedal to shift it, which is what we call pedal mode. So you could drive this like a car, or you can shift it up here, or even on the T-handle. So it gives you a lot of different options for how to control this transmission depending on what hand is free, whether you're maybe using hydraulics and need to shift with your left hand, or whether you're just steering with your left hand and shifting with your right. You've got lots and lots of options. You've also got a number of options that are available through the dash. So you've got brake to neutral, and of course you can adjust the aggressiveness of the shuttle. So there's a lot of different ways that you can tune this transmission to what you like. Over here on the side console, like I talked about, this one's a pretty simple one, so it doesn't have the control armrest or anything like that. What it does have is 3 remote valves. It has an engine A speed and some controls for the transmission over here, your T-handle, your throttle. It does have your PTO engagement, as well as this one has 4 PTO speeds, so 540, 1000, 1000 eco, 540 eco. So you've got 4 PTO speeds available here. All your lighting control is done through here, so you can control each set of the lights independently. You've got your main power switches for the lights down here. You can use automatic and manual 4-wheel drive engagement, automatic and manual differential engagement. There's also some switches because you can actually put a suspended front axle on this tractor or active cab suspension. On this tractor, we opted for the passive cab suspension, which is just the set of struts that actually really cushion the tractor. So speaking of suspension, it also comes with this premium seat and a buddy seat already installed. So this is definitely a premium setup for what you can, for comfort level in this cab. You've got a number of different options as far as, you know, trim levels and upgrades that you can consider as well. So that, like I say, this thing can be as plush and as luxurious as you'd like, or as simple and just rugged as you need. I wanted to kind of walk you through some of the controls. So maybe you own one of these tractors and you're actually in here flipping side to side and you only see two screens. That's because you're in the what I like to call the user mode. So maybe if you have operators that use this and you don't want to mess them with the settings, you can actually lock them out. But if you'll hit the OK and home keys at the same time, it'll beep and it'll open up all your options. So starting back from the beginning, we can look at some distance or some trip information. So how far you've gone in the trip, some calculations on the width of the implement, and you can start doing some acreage calculations and some fuel calculations and things of that nature. And then we can get into setting maximum engine speeds, PTO engagements. We can look at priorities for the hydraulics to determine what you want priority to be. We can set some things for the transmission as far as the shuttle to the shuttle forward and shuttle reverse and how aggressive that is. We can set your engine A speed, which is a pre-programmed speed which you can control by a button on the right-hand console. We can ramp up, we can choose how quickly that engine ramps up, and we can turn on or off that higher limit. We can also come to where these are some controls that change how the transmission is driving. So C1 transmission setting is going to be for the Dyna VT transmissions, and then you're going to jump down here to this second setting, and you can actually set it to where when the 3-point goes down, that it kicks back into that higher RPM, which is a really nice feature. So brake to neutral is right here, and we can turn that on just by hitting OK and then moving up and down. There's some information screens here as well, so we can take a look at voltages, transmission temps, engine temps, and things of that nature. So the dash has a lot of information, but it also has a lot of settings that are available to us as well, so we can customize this tractor through the dash. So on the back, the 3-point up and down controls are standard, as they are on every Massey Ferguson from the Global Series and up, as well as an on-off switch for the PTO in case you need to kick it on from back here. We have these oversized lift rams on the 3-point, which give this thing a really impressive lift capacity for this 3-point. You've of course got your lights. You've got 3 sets of remotes, which you can add to that if you need more. And you've got that cab suspension that we talked about, which is these 2 coil spring struts that are on each side. Of course, the hammer strap comes standard. So this tractor, you can tell how heavy that axle is. This tractor is built to go to work. This is definitely a premium tractor from Massey Ferguson.